That's why it's hard dealing with you, because you don't believe nobody. Everything got to be convinced to you and told to you 9 times before you make a move. So listen to the person who know better than you. Not everybody got to convince you. Like me, I don't know space, right? So if a scientist is trying to tell me how space works, or he can try to save me, I'm supposed to just listen to him and follow his direction, not question it, because the person who don't need to save me is trying to save me. He don't have to save me. So why go through the trouble of trying to save me if I'm going to question him and make his job harder after he doing something he don't have to do? And a person got to convince you on what's right and what's wrong. You already don't know, but you think they're supposed to. You can't justify you being wrong on how you react to things. Your being leery is a wrong reaction to people who love you, trying to give you information. If you being leery to strangers, if you being leery to coworkers, that's fine. You don't be leery to people who love you or looking out for you and doing stuff they don't have to do. That's not where you put your worry and your distrust. If you put in that same distrust as outsiders, insiders, then you're stupid. If a person's already been honest and is doing it out of love, is doing it out of concern, rather of they get something out of it, this and the other, you can just listen to them. But if a person is a friend outside of like, oh man, this one job offered me a job, I don't know if I should take it or not. Oh no, you shouldn't take that job. And then they go and apply for it. You know what I mean? You don't listen to that person because that person has something to gain. If you don't take the job, they can take the job. Take it with a grain of salt. Like, oh, okay, they might be right. Let me just try it. You know what I mean? Because they don't have nothing to gain. They don't have to. Anything they doing in that conversation is for you. It don't justify them. It don't do nothing for them. That person you can listen to a little bit faster, a little bit less worried than the person that's sitting there like next to you and y'all both going for the same job. And you was like, oh, should I wear my tie or should I wear a hat? Nah, you're fine. And you got shit on your face and they won't tell you because they want to look better than you. That's the person you don't trust. You don't do that when it comes to people who's next to you, in the dirt with you, trying to struggle and help with you. Now you're making their job harder by trying to save you. If there's a fire and I say, let's go, and you say, hold on, I want to see what direction it's coming from, bitch, burn. If you don't go with that person, if you don't listen to that person, if that person got to convince you and tell you and beg you, that's not showing that you love them. That's not showing that you trust them. That's just saying it. It makes you sound like a liar. But if a person says, hey, let's do this, and you're like, all right, let's go. That person's going, oh, she do trust me. I mean, because that's an action. We always talk about all the time, words ain't shit, but you think your words matter. It don't. You want to be heard. You want to say the right thing. That don't work. People need actions, not just talk about what they want to show me. Oh, yeah, I trust you, but you're not doing the things to show me that you trust me. Okay, this person just talking shit. Like, okay, if you didn't do this, this, and this, and then you want me to believe something that related to that, how am I going to trust that? It don't go neck to neck. But if I told you and I showed you and I did and all those was right, when I get to the sixth thing, you don't supposed to look at me with the same, he might be wrong. That's fucking stupid. Person has a track record of being right or being righteous by you. You don't question that person so much. You question the people who didn't have a track record. If you same level, that person who's been doing good don't feel like shit because no matter what they did, they always starting back with zero with you. That's not love. That's not trust. You can call it what you want to, but that's not how the person's going to feel no matter what you say. And you don't trust people like you say you do or want to or should, even though they have a good track record of being trustworthy to you. That's stupid. Person outside who you don't know that much, you'll give them the same opportunity to mislead you because you put everybody on the same level. You can't do that. One person taught me the same thing about friends. I used to look at friends like, oh, friends, all my friends are the same. But there's friends you go to the club with. There's friends that call for emotional stuff that you can't call when shit hits the fan and things are scary. There's friends you can have for parties or coming over and just chilling, just watching TV together that you can't sit there and go out to the club with. Everybody, they got to be put in different categories because they're different personalities and they're reliable for different things. I mean, and not everybody's necessarily good at being consistent overall. Some people are just good at certain things, and that's what you keep them around for. Because if you put too much or too less on them, they'll break. The information is coming, I'm saying, from this side of the family who's been holding me down, whose information has been correct. They showed me you don't put that person in the box of I don't know. Because that feels like, that makes them feel like, why am I helping this person who put me in the box of I don't know, even though I've done X, Y, Z, 1, 2, 3 for this person. Sometimes you just got to go with faith alone and just trust that person if that person's been trustworthy. But if a person has already earned it, don't make them keep on earning it because they will give up on you.